So this is a book called When Scents Tell Their Stories, Essential Oil Portraits Through the Chakras, a monthly holistic sensory self-care practice. What if plants we turn to for healing had complete lives of their own? In this groundbreaking literary fiction and spiritual guidance, natural perfumer Sheva Pincus introduces 20 essential oil characters, each with their own story, shadow, and wisdom. Through interconnected narratives spanning 5 chakra blends, readers meet Vanilla, a caretaker learning to stop disappearing into service, Cinnamon, a world traveler reclaiming her power, or Sandalwood, rewriting her own destiny. This is ideal for readers who loved Women Who Run with Wolves, or spiritual fiction, or magical realism. This book weaves together archetypes, aromatherapy, chakra wisdom, and mythology into a transformative read. You'll finish understanding that growth isn't about fixing yourself. It's about becoming whole through community, sensory awareness, and honoring the plant wisdom that's been guiding us all along. This book works both as a profound novel and a practical guide featuring rituals and affirmations you can use to support your own personal growth. This is called Cinnamon, Witchy Woman. She will put a spell on you. If you think she is just a simple kitchen spice to sprinkle on oatmeal, oh no, you are mistaken. She comes from mystical worlds and ancient ancestral lineage of healers and ceremonial artists. To know her is to know her story that has been shared since the days of ancient Egyptian burials and anointing oils. She traveled the spice route with maritime sailors and overland sojourners. They traded her in desert lands from the backs of camels to being prized in lavish Parisian ceremonies of monarchy. Sailors held her bark after bringing her aboard from a shady deal at port. They inhaled her sweet, innocent warmth that conjured memories of home. So they invited her to join them on deck for a game of cards. Wearing muted, thick, woody brown garments, the only indication of her internal fire was her red flowing hair. The sailors passed around clear fuming liquid. They poured glass after glass of high-proof spirits, underestimating her skill at cards. They attempted to take the few coins she owns. With each round of cards comes another round of drinks. As the alcohol unlocks her volatile compounds, her aroma shifts. The gentle sweetness burns away, revealing a sharp, woody spice. A fight that makes their eyes water as they lean in closer, intoxicated by her intensity. Her transformation mirrors her scent. Her brown branch softens, becoming a seductive crimson silk dress. It catches the lamplight, and it glows like wine, like blood. By the time the game ends, her presence fills the deck, commanding and impossible to ignore. She has won all of their coins, and they have fallen into her debt. With a voice as sharp as a compass needle, she negotiates collateral with the shrewd cunning of someone who has witnessed 3,000 years of trade. Transfer those papyrus scrolls to me and include interest to be paid at the next port. This saturated siren has done this before. She sings her song so loudly that merchants are overcome with power, greed, and violence to keep up with the sentiment of luxury she brings. Her past has witnessed political control, financial advantage, and even war that still mars her reputation with a warning. I witnessed this enchantment myself when crafting the Root Chakra blend. When I created the extract, I watched the alcohol transform her brown bark into a most gorgeous garnet red liquid. Her aroma bloomed a spicy, sweet warmth with that characteristic woody depth. I was captivated. Then Cinnamon cut through the reverie. Do not exoticize me. Do not commodify what you cannot honor. Through 20 iterations, I learned to respect. I respected her and softened her. I learned that respect requires dilution. I softened her intensity and invited turmeric to share the grounding work, although it does not mean her potency is diminished. Let me start this again. This saturated siren has done this before. She sings her song so loudly that merchants are overcome with power, greed, and violence to keep up with the sentiment of this exotic luxury she brings. Her past has witnessed political control, financial advantage, and even war that still mars her reputation with a warning. I witnessed this enchantment myself when crafting the Root Chakra blend. When I created the extract, I watched her alcohol turn from this brown bark into a most gorgeous garnet red liquid. Her aroma bloomed a spicy sweet warmth with that characteristic woody depth. I was captivated. Then Cinnamon cut through my reverie. Do not exoticize me. Do not commodify what you cannot honor. Through 20 iterations, I learned respect requires dilution. I softened her intensity and even invited turmeric to share in her grounding work, although it does not mean her potency is diminished. Her song is sacred medicine, a spell ingredient to be respected, while still lending a soft texture of spiced sound for an entire chorus to enchant.